I'm trying to. Okay, E3 2021, all news and announcements. So yeah, we are. This is a test podcast for Discovery Park Studios. We'll see if this goes well. Then we'll do more of them. But I am not alone. Here's the co-host, Vigil,
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Hello there, General Kenobi. I've been is it we or I? I forgot. I'm not. I'm that just proves I'm not
I
a Star
I
Wars
don't.
fan. Great. No, there goes that.
I as you bring it up, I kind of am forgetting what it was.
I think it's I. Wait, I've been expecting. Yeah, I think it is.
So I got a page by The Verge with all the announcements dating back from June 10th, and literally the Nintendo E3 thing literally just happened. So
It
yeah,
did.
yeah, we're just gonna go through each of this stuff.
Yeah, we can probably just go through what happened at the beginning, and we can go lead up to the Nintendo events because that's yeah. I mean, it's technically in order. So
Yeah, that'll work. And like we'll probably be stuck on like subjects like Halo Infinite the longest.
yeah,
Like that's something I think like both of us are easily the most excited for.
yeah, that and Lego Star Wars, but we didn't get any news from Lego Star Wars, so
Yeah,
that's great.
Lego Star Wars kind of stopped existing.
Yeah, it just doesn't exist anymore at all.
ET games just vanished.
It did. I don't know
Mhm.
what happened to them. They're just gone forever.
They delayed it from October, and then they delayed it again. Then we have not heard from them since.
It shouldn't be too long now, things considered. Like it was, I mean, it's since spring, so
Yeah,
it should be pretty long.
like they did have a set release date in for October last year. They must have run into some big engine problems or
Yeah,
something, and
yeah, considering they're running the game on a completely new engine now and they're building the engine from ground up, it's gonna
Mhm.
probably take longer.
it's gonna be an interesting game, and like it's like entirely open world, and like
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
hmm and like did they get rated by the ESRB?
Uh,
Because
questionable.
they because if they did, that means that the game is content complete, and they're just fixing bugs in the engine, which is really
I
what they're
feel
doing.
like, yeah, I feel like the biggest problem with that is definitely the engine. The engine, I feel like, will have the biggest problems out of the whole thing. I don't doubt that they'll have the story will be bad or like the gameplay. It's really just the engine kind of doing all the heavy lifting because TT Games hasn't done bad with story or gameplay, really. Like,
Honestly, like for like they've kept the same like game structure for like what 20 years now.
yeah, it's been the same, and they've always done good with yeah, just story, gameplay, all that basically. Like the only thing that they have slightly a problem with, which I think some people can admit, is sometimes story, like some missions, like in Force Awakens, for example, the scavenge mission they had for with Rey, that just kind of dragged on, and there wasn't really any storytelling with it. It was just a scavenging mission that kind of went on for too long.
Like the semi-open world, like the games are fun, and like
Yeah,
they they've been doing this type for almost 20 years, and they're making a full-on jump with a new engine for just like how insane it is that they made an entire new engine for this.
yeah, and just yeah, the whole engine is just a whole new thing just for this game. So they'll probably end up. I'm guessing they'll just probably end up making or keeping this engine for the remaining Lego games they create. Because I mean, yeah, it's a new engine. Like they probably would use it for the rest of the Lego games they decide to make.
Hmm. And I think it's better fit for the larger open world stuff. Like if
Yeah,
I'm correct, the
it's
engine isn't the engine what has limited Lego games before. Like
yeah, it's the realism in the realism Lego games doesn't really add up. Yeah, but like you could, it just looks like. it looks like you're living in the Lego game when you're playing it because it looks good,
Oh
looks
yeah, like
really
yeah, the
good.
visuals they look much better.
Okay. So that I mean that's yeah, that's just my thoughts at least on Lego Star Wars.
Yeah. I hope we hear from it soon. I believe we will. I'm disappointed we didn't see it at E3. Like we seriously thought they would show up somewhere.
Yeah, they're probably I don't doubt they're not working hard on the game. I bet they're literally working as hard as they can to get this game out. Because
Hmm.
TT Games is just they always worked hard to get their Lego games out on time, and them missing two release windows probably sucks for them,
Hmm.
and they probably feel bad for that. But you know, I'm fine with them completely taking their time on it because they've always done good with their games. So
And in the end, it'll probably be really good.
yeah, I don't see it being bad.
Hmm. So now we actually get to the part of E3 where it all started on June 10th. The first announcement listed on this thing is that Death Stranding is getting a director's cut.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that. I don't know much about like I know the story of Death Stranding and all that, but I don't what is exactly the director's cut? I don't know much about it.
I
Like,
don't know why that, like, I didn't watch the event live. I'm literally looking at the stuff. I watched some of the events live, but not all to their entirety. But, like, here's something interesting. Didn't Hideo Kojima, didn't he have full creative control over Death Stranding, right? Then
I believe so.
then why are they making a director's cut when it sounds like he already had full creative control.
I'm pretty sure it's more I think because okay, so it says here that who didn't uh Hideo Kojima who didn't have much to say about his new game, but he had plenty to say about how predictions for the future for director's cuts because I guess there was some scenes and such like different things and scenes and different cut scenes and that they didn't use. So I'm assuming the director's cut is longer in terms of the game. I think it's going to be much longer, or at least scenes themselves will be longer due to I don't know. I think they just cut scenes to make the game a little not as long, I would say, but I don't exactly know. I'm just that's what I think at least. I don't know if that's the actual like if the scenes and stuff getting cut are the is the actual reason for the director's cut, but I think that's what it is.
That would make sense for a Death Stranding like that. Like very it actually didn't it would make sense for a lot of the stuff to get like a like cut because of budget.
Yeah.
Didn't the game have to get like a sponsorship from like some soda company and they were forced to put in a seed in just so they'd have more budget like just to finish the game or something?
I know they did that with Monster energy drink, if I'm correct. That's
Yeah, I think
the
it was Monster.
yeah, they put that in the game as just there to I mean, I know I think that's there just to kind of funny. It's just there. But yeah, I think the sponsorship money, I don't know if they exactly needed it. I don't know if that's exactly it, but yeah, the sponsorship money from that would be pretty big help uh for actors and such because like you have Norman Reedus, that's a pretty big actor to put in this game for a video game. So and then you have all the visuals, you have the whole land of development and stuff like that. So yeah, I think the biggest part is mostly the actor, Norman
Mm.
Reedus for that because yeah, like I said, he's pretty big and it's just yeah, so pretty interesting to have an actor like that in a video game because it's kind of rare you see actors like that in video games. So it's just yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hmm. And skipping some very boring announcements like uh Among Us hide and seek mode.
Yeah, I don't know. My take on Among Us hide and seek is, you know, it's a new game mode. I mean, it's just something, or it's I don't know if it's a new game mode. Is it a new game mode? I don't remember if it is or not.
It
Is
sounds
it
like it's
just
a new game mode. 'Cause, like people would put together servers where they would make the or they would do hide and seek, but it doesn't exactly work with the murder mystery thing.
yeah, it's pretty. Honestly, all things considered, I know some fans are pretty excited for it. So It's there. It seems interesting. The devs they do pretty good jobs when it comes to Among Us. I feel
I think
like, in my opinion, they're kind of slow, like with the content drops, considering
well,
how
there
many
was like
fans
five.
there is.
I think there's like 5 people on the team.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't blame them because I personally don't develop games, so I'm not gonna slash on them for, oh, hurry up, let's go, because I don't know anything about it, so I don't know exactly. Yeah, there's not much on the team, so there it's gonna take time to get some content pushed out.
Hmm. Other things are that we're getting a Mario plus Rabbids sequel.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Honestly, that seems pretty interesting. I'm kind of intrigued by that.
Isn't that like the only thing they've done with the Rabbids property, like property since like the Connect game? Wasn't there like a Connect Rabbids game?
There was, yes. I think there was one for the Wii too. Or yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I think there was one for the Wii. I don't know if yeah, I mean they don't do much with rabbits, honestly. They should do more. Rabbits are they seem interesting.
Hmm. Like they're pretty much their minions, but before minions came into existence.
Yeah, yeah, Minions I think Minions they're pretty interesting,
Hmm.
but yeah, they should probably do some more property stuff with rabbits and Minions and such like that.
And so we also got news on the Avatar game. It's the Avatar game, which we haven't heard, which like wasn't it announced like 3 years ago or something. It was announced
Yeah,
forever ago.
yeah, it was revealed quite long ago, but uh honestly, I didn't take a really big look into it, but did they show gameplay? I don't remember. Did they show gameplay or not?
The stuff they showed looked like it obviously looked in engine, but
Okay.
some shots look like they could have been gameplay, but they more
Hmm.
so look like in engine cutscenes.
Ubisoft is the one making this game, right? Am I
Hmm.
correct on that? Okay.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft open I'm assuming it's an open world Avatar game. I can
Yes.
see that being pretty interesting if they can do it correctly. Because Avatar, the world of Avatar, I know some people find it pretty boring. Like when that whole Endgame versus Avatar thing went on, yeah. People just kind of hated on Avatar and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, Avatar's world is pretty interesting the more you look in depth to it. The open
Yeah, like
world concept is, go on, sorry about that.
yes, I was like, because like Avatar, like I get it, like it's not the biggest thing, and like yeah, the game is coming out before its sequels do, but like I haven't been to Pandora, the world of Avatar yet, but like I've seen videos of it, and like it really does show that the world of Avatar is, yeah, as you were saying, it's pretty interesting. It's good that they're exploring it.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued to see how more in depth they go with this because I feel like Ubisoft could do a pretty good job at this. This seems
Mhm.
very, very interesting game in my opinion.
Yeah, and like it'll be interesting to see. I think it'll be. I think we'll learn more about it in the next few months. A proper gameplay thing.
Oh, 100%. I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure it's coming out 2022, correct?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
the
coming
release date?
out. Yeah, 2022, possibly before the first Avatar sequel.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be, I'm assuming when the Avatar sequel drops, we'll probably get content for
Hmm.
the Avatar game, I would presume. But yeah, there's this Avatar game. Seems pretty interesting. It's gonna be cool to see what they have in store for the game.
I've seen some people have worry that it's just going to be like just Far Cry, but with Avatar. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm assuming we'll get, yeah, like you said, more news in the upcoming months and such.
Yeah. And uh, speaking of Far Cry, I still find it funny how they got like the what is this? How do you say his name?
I
Giancarlo Esposito,
yes,
like
yeah, well known for Gus and Breaking
Mandalorian,
Bad and wow, yeah, Matt from Mando too. Why did I just forget his name from Mando? What? Why am I dumb?
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon. I don't know why I just blanked out his name. Yeah, from most probably from Gus from Breaking Bad and Moff Gideon from Mandalorian. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see see him in Far Cry 6 because I know they did at the Summer Games Fest a little bit. He showed up and talked about his character, And he briefly said his character is not a he doesn't want to be seen as a villain because he said his character really cares about the country he's in and wants to explore it more
Mm-hmm.
through he just really cares about his country and such, which I'm assuming he'll end up as a villain, of course, because it's Far Cry. There's always needs to be really a villain,
Yeah,
or there really
it
is
sort of
one.
sounds like he's the bad guy.
Yeah, and yeah, that's basically yeah. I feel like he will be, but his actor. He said that his character is doesn't want to be seen as a villain, so it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, like I still find it fun. Like I never expected like a person like I didn't know he existed until Mandalorian. Then boom, he's everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how fast he's spraying. I mean, he's a great actor, so it makes sense.
Mhm. And then now we're on to the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. Starting off is Starfield is launching November 11th, 2022 as an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's like Bethesda's first big, I would say, pretty
It's their first
big.
IP in ages.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting to see. Is that coming to an Xbox exclusive? I'm assuming it'll be on PC too, of course. But
Yeah.
uh,
And
that
like it
that's
looks interesting to be honest.
yeah, it looks like a pretty cool game. I'm very intrigued to see what they do.
I'm
I
trying to find
wonder.
the quotes from Todd Howard. Like it really does sound like it's gonna be what No Man's Sky was gonna be, but like top like up to the like just to its limits.
Yeah, I'm
Like of course
seeing.
this is Bethesda. We can't always trust them, but the concept it's cool.
Yeah, the concept of this game, what it's gonna be, because I know they struggled a lot. Bethesda's been like, and the last couple games have been struggling, you could say, a lot with like bugs
Hmm.
and content, which is, I mean, they're doing better now. They're starting to fix up some games. Fallout 76, for example, that's a huge
Yes.
one. That they base game, let's be honest, was not the best. It could definitely be better. As
Hmm.
a Fallout game, people probably expected way more of what it could actually be. Like the bugs and content. They're starting to do better now. They fixed a lot of the bugs, but like content, they're getting more content out there. There's some comment. I'm pretty sure there's some content coming out this month, if not next month, if I'm correct.
Pretty like yeah, they announced more content. Like it's been didn't Fallout 76 launch in 2018?
2018, if yeah, I think
3
2018
years
or
and going.
19. Yeah, it's they're not giving up on the game.
And
Like Anthem, for example. Anthem, as soon as that game launched, they there was a
they
whole
pretty
thing
much
behind
gave up.
that. That yeah, because they admitted to some of the devs even admitting into putting in roadblocks into the game that took players weeks to do
Hmm.
just because they had no content. Didn't have anything. They didn't have anything going on, so it
And
took
like
players weeks.
and like something actually I remember I studied the development of Anthem because like that was catastrophic. And if I am correct, didn't like they like didn't the servers like the dev servers like they struggled to sign in and actually be able to play test the game.
Yeah, they didn't even they barely got to even test their own game. Some like they just basically we were the beta testers for
Hmm.
Anthem. It was not good, but I know they're starting to redo the game and get better at doing it because
Yeah,
it
Anthem
wasn't
2.0, right? Wasn't that what it was
yeah,
called?
if I'm correct, yes, but we haven't heard any news on that. It's been almost a full year, 2 years now, and we haven't heard
You know, I
anything on
actually remember
that.
seeing like it was like what February, March. EA announced that it would be going over the progress of Anthem next. Yeah, that was called Anthem Next, and that they'd decide if it would be worth like pumping money to it, as like Anthem isn't profitable at all,
And
and
if they do it correct, sorry, go
they
ahead.
canceled it.
Yeah, did they seriously cancel it after doing that?
Let
Dang,
me check. Anthem Next cancel.
they
Anthem
really?
Next canceled. What does this mean for Dragon Age 4? It's official. Anthem Next, BioWare's much anticipated revamp for Anthem is dead.
Wow.
Executive producer Christian Daly recently broke the news, revealed that the events of last year impact the developers' productivity.
Anthem could have been. I don't know why. I mean, in my opinion, they should have gave it one more shot, man. If they could
Hmm.
do it, get the right people to work on it, and actually have a set window, because they were like concepting, if I'm correct, for like over 7 years, if I'm right. They were concepting for years, and
Yeah, EA gave them the like said, okay, you can make a new IP. We'll give you this amount of time, and then like they didn't start proper development on it until like what 2.5 years before launch.
yeah, they could. If they give them, if they start now, they already have the game concepted. They just need to. They have like a whole length of just set this content, set these missions, fix the story, make it actually look cool, and give story, give personality to it, to the
Hmm.
campaign, and actually make it seem interesting. But they have, yeah, like they can. I feel like if they give this game another shot, they could do really, really good and make it
A,
the game everyone's wanted.
like a lot of these like live service games of service games which fail, they're given up pretty quickly when I think a vast majority of them, like the developers had passion behind it, but something like the game engine or higher ups at the like executives of the studio kind of are the fault for why it wasn't as good or like wasn't that good at launch, and then they just cancel it. So they pretty much just flat out wasted the developers' time on something that could have been great because a lot of these developers can make great stuff.
Yeah, they could honestly, if they pump, I wouldn't say pump a ton of money, but I feel like if they give it another shot, they could definitely do better of what they did before. Because,
Mhm.
like I said, the game's concepted already. They just need to execute it and put the mission, story, campaign, give a lot to it.
Mhm.
And I just feel like it could be really good. That's my take on it.
Like I was I was looking to maybe get it. I think I remember I was gonna wait for it to go on sale. Then I was thinking about getting it, but then I heard Anthem Next was canceled. So I'm like, oh whatever, I'll try it when I'm literally nothing else to do. But it's
Yeah,
gone now.
yeah, it sucks that
Hmm.
uh they canceled that, but they'll probably pump more games out that will actually be good because like I'm pretty
Dragon
sure
Age 4.
Anthem,
I think they're
yeah,
working on that, right?
yeah, Dragon Age 4, yes, that's
Inquisition? No.
I do not know exactly, but they'll probably use Anthem as a huge lesson to don't concept for years to come and then
Yeah.
only have like a couple years to actually make the game. Like
Yeah.
it won't end well. So just yeah.
And like as we're talking about a games as a service, the next one listed is one of them is Sea of Thieves.
Oh
Jack,
wowzers.
they're having a Pirates of the Caribbean crossover.
That's pretty big because I
Like,
know that I feel like Sea of Thieves had a little bit of trouble to start out when it first released, but then the game just got great. It's a fun,
it,
great game to play with your friends.
it was another one of those games as service games which just didn't do good, but then boom, they've improved it a
Yeah,
lot.
it's recovered completely. And this new content drop's gonna be I feel like it's gonna get people going. If they took a break from the game, it's gonna get them back right back into it.
Like seriously, pirate like they have Jack Sparrow, Davy Jones,
Yeah. It's
Tortuga.
gonna be really cool to even for like I would say non Pirates of the Caribbean fans. I feel like this could still be great to play because
Yeah.
it's just new content for the game. If you don't like Pirates of the Caribbean, just new content, something to do. It's just fun.
Hmm. I think it's gonna check that out. What's another good one? Oh yeah. So now we're finally on Halo Infinite. New gameplay. We got multiplayer overview. All that. The whole shebang.
Whole shebang.
And holy cow, it
The
looks a ton better.
Yeah, I feel like the game. There we go. The graphics. I feel like it was a little overhated when the game's graphics and like reveal trailer for gameplay first got revealed back in like what was it,
Hmm.
2019 or was it 20?
2020 was when they revealed gameplay because I
Okay.
remember I was I was doing something and like I was like, okay, I'm not gonna check social media. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna see this gameplay, see what it looks like, and then I see it and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was people were kind of hating judging it based off of that because like the lag of the stream, like the gameplay probably there's like 100% chance the game will not look like it did in that stream because that stream was it was gameplay lapped over like 50 streams. It's not
Yeah,
gonna look as good because it's just stream quality plus you're recording a big thing over it. But I mean, and people say that, like it's a billion-dollar company, they should be able to fix this stuff. But it's like it's not as easy to fix overlaps. You're still overlapping streams, so it's
yeah,
going to require a lot of like just different things to actually get that look good. But in the end, the gameplay does not look
gameplay looks
bad at
fun.
all.
Yeah, the gameplay looks really just fun. The
Yeah, you
grapple
have
hook
the
is
yeah
gonna
the
be great.
grapple is pretty fun. That looks really fun to use.
Like you can pick up things, you can like grapple into a vehicle. Like
Yeah,
they're
it's
going
just
like
they're making the movement really cool and just so it's they're making it more fun.
yeah,
And you have what is it? Halo's multiplayer will be free to play,
yeah,
so you don't
and
need to buy the big base game in order to play the multiplayer.
yeah, and let's not put on like yeah, the game did look pretty bad. Like the pop in was, I noticed. I find some pop in issues. I'm fine with that, but like it was not tolerable to me. But looking at it now, it looks really great.
Yeah, because the I feel like Halo, like, because a lot of games now, I feel like has over the top. I don't know about over the top, but they have like, I mean, some games do like concentration with just a bunch of colors, making like just colors everywhere. But the Halo Infinite has that simplified Halo look to it from like two
Hmm.
and three. So it's just simple Halo that is fun to play, and it's just a bunch of it looks fun. That's all I can say. It just looks really fun.
And they also announced that they'll be having the battle passing, like most multiplayer games these days, but they're permanent. When they're added, you can buy them once the season is over, and
Yeah,
they're
the sorry, go ahead.
yeah, they're that's just cool. Like that's just a good idea.
Yeah, I've always liked the battle pass concept because it's like $5, I'm pretty sure, for most battle passes,
Five
where
or
it's
10.
just 5 or 10, yeah, where it's just a bunch of skins, let's say that skins, you could get different cosmetics and such like that. Most of them have, and it's just, in my opinion, it's a great deal because if you got those bunch of different things individually, it would probably cost way more than $10.
Yeah,
So I just think it's a great concept. I know the people were hoping for a battle royale in Halo Infinite, but in my opinion, I feel like the we need a kind of a break from the battle royale concept from some
honestly,
games.
like if they stay away from that, that's good. Like Halo, just it's better to keep it what it is, like capture the flag and free for
Yeah.
all that,
I
not
feel like,
battle royale.
yeah, honestly, I feel like they could do a great, don't get me wrong, I think they could do a great job with Battle Royale, like with Halo,
They
but
could.
I feel like just a nice break from Battle Royale would just be nice
Hmm.
for some games.
And like I definitely think like Halo is just one of those competitive games that like I think they don't need one of those like that type of because I really feel like battle royale. The reason why it's used so much is because it's it gets you into a gameplay loop and like it's super addictive to some people. Like they play it on end on end on end, and that's what keeps them in. Not because it's fun. It's just because it's just a gameplay loop that they can stay in.
Yeah, it's Halo. It's what people, it's just the gameplay and it's just Halo that people really enjoy about the game.
Like yeah, the Halo competitively keeps people interested for years. It's
Yeah.
gonna they don't need that to keep people invested. If they just have they have what Halo's good at, then boom, they'll have players for a long time.
Yes. I'll, yeah, but it's gonna be a while.
Hmm. Let's see what other stuff they announced. Load faster website. Um, Hades, Diablo, Outer Worlds 2.
Oh, here we go. I forgot to introduce that. That's pretty cool.
I really haven't seen much of Outer Worlds. Like I knew it existed. I didn't even see the trailer for the second one, but
Yeah, it's honestly, I know the first game kind of failed from what I've heard, but like then they again got the game going with content and fixed some things, and people
hmm
apparently loved it after it got fixed. So it's gonna be nice to see if they can do that same, well, not the same thing, like fail and then redo. I just hope they can make the game great, like on the second one, and probably do a bunch of things they couldn't do in the first game.
like Obsidian, they're well known for just really great games. Like didn't they make Fallout New Vegas? I've heard
No,
that's amazing.
yeah, Fallout New Vegas is a very, very good game. I know people were hoping for Fallout New Vegas 2 to get revealed at E3, but that never got shown.
Mm. I just think like Obsidian is just another one of those teams that's just really talented, and give them the time and the budget, they're gonna make an amazing game. And I think that's what Avowed will be. Like,
Yeah, it's just I feel like it's gonna be really, really, really good when they get going on it.
hmm
Let's
let's
see.
see what else. Forza Horizon 5 coming
Let's
before the Forza Motorsport thing.
Yeah, Forza Horizon has always been really great games. There's just I if you're into just stupid messing around racing type games, and that's pretty. I play them. They're pretty fun when you get play them with people and stuff like. You can play them by yourself and you'll still have fun. They're just different. You get to be in like different how you say it, like more biomes. Like you can race in
Regions.
deserts, yeah, regions like deserts and forest and like you can even race like they was shown. You can race in sandstorms. You can.
Yeah.
It's just
Like,
really cool.
it also looks just visually impressive. Forza Horizon is like driving around in cars in an open world, and it looks like just visually stunning.
Yeah,
Like your cars can get damaged from running into things, and that kind of gives players a sandbox that like you wouldn't think that could be done.
it just looks very, very, very appealing in graphics
hmm
terms and gameplay wise.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
No.
We still have Battlefield 2042.
Oh yeah, that. I didn't see the gameplay reveal of that, but I saw the cinematic thing.
Yeah, it honestly Battlefield 2042 is I feel like it's going to be very good. For one, we have Ben Walk working on it, of course,
Yeah,
from
Ben Walk, he's just cool.
yeah, he's a great guy. He's I've never personally met him, but uh he's always been good with the Star Wars Battlefront community. He's always been really chill and given great updates in game like that.
Like
But
honestly, he did a great job at just like keeping the Battlefront 2 community just entertained until all the
yeah,
stuff came out.
he's always been really good when it came to that. And then when it's nice to see him working on Battlefield again. Or I don't know if he's ever worked on Battlefield, but I know he's working on it now, but there's it's nice to see Battlefield go back to the classic like arm like just base
Army.
like like army present day, not really present day, but like yeah, it's mostly present day, but just back to that with jets and helicopters and all that, because the
hmm
last two Battlefield games have been mostly World War One and Two, and it's nice to go back to the roots of uh Battlefield of what people really enjoy. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool to see this game.
Like I definitely do like the idea that the new ideas that they're bringing in, like the destructive tornadoes and bigger maps, and
Yeah,
it
it's
just
just
looks.
looks really fun.
hmm And like I'm glad that they're doing like full hands on deck with this and not making it like the
Battlefield
Battlefield,
5.
wasn't it 4
I
or
think it's
5?
5. Five's the one people didn't really
Hated.
enjoy in terms of playing it.
hmm
But yeah, battle that's yeah, I don't think they I don't exactly know the full problems with Battlefield 5. I just know people just kind of got bored of it really, really fast, and I know there was
Oh,
some
fun fact, it
gameplay
was just like
issues.
it was just very short and like not much stuff to do.
Yeah, yeah. But like unlike Battlefield 1, I mean, Battlefield what made Battlefield 1 was so good was just game it was mostly gameplay. Graphics is what really set people and story. The story was really long. It was long and good. The gameplay was really good because World War One. That's the first time we've really seen like that in Battlefield.
Hmm.
And people were just very intrigued by that. And I mean, so was I. It was really fun to play.
The Seven Nation Army song, like trailer theme that they had for that. Oh, that was great.
Yeah, it fitted perfectly with that trailer.
And now the next thing that I feel like would be fun to talk about is the Xbox Series X mini fridge.
Yeah, I feel like
The
that's kind
Mad
of
Lads.
I feel like they did that kind of as a meme in a sense, but I mean it's great either way. But yeah, I feel like that was kind of meant as a little fun meme just to do. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
must have make a little extra dough off of that because I mean it's just funny and great.
Hmm. And like you know what? I there's gonna be people who buy it. There's
Yeah,
gonna be people who buy it.
I might. Let's be honest. I kind of want it.
Now, let me just check something. Craig will enter the channel and immediately begin recording. The bot's name should reflect this. You'll see an audio alert from us. Does it say recording on its name?
Yes.
Okay, good. I wanted to check to make sure because in the tutorial thing that it showed me, it showed that it shouldn't be muted, but it says it's recording, which is good. um, okay, now we're off from the Xbox and Bethesda Games showcase, and now onto where I think I'm gonna talk a lot about Square Enix.
Oh yeah, Square Enix honestly had some pretty cool stuff from what I've seen.
I was only there for like the first 15 minutes, like because everything I wanted to see there was already shown by then, but still, the Eidos Montreal officially revealed their Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yeah, that game is going to be fun. That is going to be a very, very fun game in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm. It looks interesting. I'm
Which, yeah, I know some people weren't very happy with um
only Star
Star-Lord
Lord.
being the only playable
Yeah,
character in the game. I know some people are kind of upset about that. Yeah, it sucks because you probably want to play as all the Guardians, but
it's really the only drawback I really have with it. But like, you sort of can command the other Guardians with the commands. Like, I watched the gameplay.
yeah,
You can like
yeah,
command tracks to do a combo with you.
yeah, you can have a lot because I know Ultimate Alliance is really known for doing combos with your squad. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to see that come back and be shown in different ways. But I know out of all the things, I know some people were upset about Star-Lord's hair for some reason, out of all things to complain about. But I mean, yeah,
Reminds me of back when they revealed the Avengers game a few years back and Black
people
Widow's
say,
face.
yeah, that like, and it not being the MCU actors, even though it's they can still dupe the characters without the MCU actors.
I remember back before launch, like a friend of mine texted me and he was like, "I watched this review from Cosmonaut Marcus about the Avengers game. I thought it would be in the MCU. Why don't they look like the MCU?"
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, even though these characters are based off comics, not the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's
Hmm.
just kind of dumb that people see it the other way
Yeah,
around.
and like the Guardians game, I think its designs are a pretty good breed of the comics and the movies.
Yes, very. I feel like they're pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. They're pretty good at that.
Hmm. And we they actually never confirmed if it's not live service.
No, I'm
And
pretty
then
sure they said it's not going to be live service. There's only going to be yeah. I don't think there is anything live service in
I hope
uh
it's not. There
Guardians game.
shouldn't be two Square Enix Marvel live service games. That's just forcing them to kill each other.
Uh Yeah, from what I've seen, I think some devs said it wasn't
That would be good. That's good.
because I know they intend to. I know one of the devs on Twitter. I don't know if I can find that tweet, but he said that someone asked if there'll be MCU outfits in the game,
Well, yeah,
and
I saw
one of
that. It
them
was the
said at
account.
launch there will be a ton of outfits for fans to choose from.
And like they showed some of them, and they're all comic ones, and like they're unlockable in game. All like no, they're you can all unlock them in game, which
Yeah,
is a great
no,
sign.
yeah, you don't need any money to spend on that. You can just play the game. I'm pretty sure there'll be some sort of currency that you get throughout the game that allows you to unlock that. Maybe leveling. I don't know exactly, but
Mhm. And what else?
oh, we have the Black Panther reveal from Square Enix as
Well,
well for the Avengers game.
well, I feel like I want to. Oh yeah, now I remember. I want to say some quick things about Guardians. Since we're about to transition to it, we don't know if Guardians and Avengers are in the same universe.
I
Like
know,
a similar thing.
yeah,
The account did say that the account technically did say it's not, but also sort of left it open by if I'm correct, the way they worded it was like it's like they were saying we are telling our own story. Like it's kind of like they're separate from the game from Avengers, but
yeah.
they didn't exactly deconfirm it.
And honestly, if they're in the same universe, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like just because they're in the same universe means that one game's gonna be better than the other, ruined,
Yeah,
or it's not like it's like they're two separate games. They're two separate stories. It's their own thing and different gameplay. So it's it's what it is. I mean, I just it's really what yeah, I just don't think them being in the same universe is going to affect anything involving gameplay or story or any of that.
I really think like they intended on having them be in the same universe at one point, but like the failure of Avengers, like it lost money. It's kind of a bad idea to have them be in a shared universe. So, and with War for Wakanda releasing in August now, that I think they're waiting to see if the game comes back, and then they'll say, "Oh, surprise! These two games are connected. Come play this." Like that's a good thing for marketing. But
Yeah,
then they can leave each other out if War for Wakanda fails.
yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't think the like don't get me wrong, I've loved the Avengers game. I in my opinion, the only reason I kind of stopped playing is I feel like the biggest problem in the game, I think the graphics and all that look great, character models great.
Mhm.
I found the story really good.
I
Uh
love this story.
I think the biggest problem is missions. That, in my opinion, and sort of the gameplay mechanics are just kind of not there for me.
The
Because
mission cycle is awful.
you're, I'm gonna be honest, in my opinion, you're kind of playing just the same thing over and
Mhm.
over, and there's just, and you're just playing the same missions again and again. You're not really, I don't see anything. Like when I
Like you
heard,
can
sorry, go ahead.
like when you like you can play two different drop zones and they'll feel the exact same because like they don't have varying any enemy types in them that are different. They don't have like objectives that feel that different. They just feel the same. I see what
Yeah,
you mean by that.
yeah, it's just. I mean, when I first played the beta and I really didn't notice the missions being the same, I love the game. The game I found great. It seems so fun to play to me. But
It became a problem when we got the game and
we
played it
got
for weeks on
it,
end.
it was the same thing. And what is it? I have kind of a problem with the move how do you say it, the skill tree I have a in my opinion problem with the first because I know there's a couple branches to it there's and the first branch where it unlocked new abilities I found great. That was a great idea where it
And that was
unlocked
fun.
different abilities and stuff, and then when you got onto the other ones it just kind of gave you, in my opinion, just boring. uh you get like 25% charge more. It's like I find those just kind of pointless for the skill tree. I'm
Yeah.
like it's just I wish they would add more stupid fun abilities to use in the game because I feel like that's what people want, just stupid fun things to kill robots with, really. And people like
And
it
yeah,
just seems fun.
murder. But like they've been like a small part of like the second skill tree branch. I forgot what it was called. Like where you can choose different types of like changes to the heroic attacks, but like there really aren't that many noticeable changes. Like
Yeah,
besides the Mega Unibeam and the Widow's Bite melee switch, there really aren't that many like cool
different.
alternatives. Like
Yeah, it's
there's
just
a like a Hulk thunderclap. You can change it where instead he lowers it a bit closer, but like that literally feels like it does nothing.
yeah. Like I just feel like if they make it, 'cause I don't know if you much about this, but like Overwatch 2, they're doing stuff like that, just adding stupid fun abilities to just kill robots, and it's really uh it's just I feel like they would do that in Avengers, man. If they were just to fix a few small things, I feel like the game could kick back up again and actually be fun.
Like I like the first part of the heroes is great, but like when you get closer and closer to level 150, it just gets
Yeah,
like
it's
they
just
were working on new abilities at one point. Like we know they said they were reworking Hulk and Cap's traversal, and they're giving Iron Man a drone ability. But it's been 6 months since then. We haven't heard a thing.
yeah, I really hope they fix that because
Mhm.
it's just it sucks because this is the only Avengers game we're actually getting in probably a couple. It's gonna be a while before even if we get a sequel or something.
Yeah. Like if
So it's
Avengers were to die like a horrible death, that's gonna scare people away from making an Avengers
yeah,
game for a long time.
they see a sequel, people will be probably excited and mostly scared because they'll just
Hmm.
it as shown of this one, like I just feel like the game could be better if they were to tweak some things. And like I know
Yeah.
people were talking about what is it?
Endgame?
Like gear not being, yeah, like the end game content, like gear not being shown on your character. I've said this from the beginning before the game even released. They should have an option to where you can turn it off and on. Off if you want, if you bought a skin and want to see the skin only, and then on if you want to see just armor or gear that you put on your character.
I, I prefer like gear, like changing the visual, like how attacks visually look, but they don't
Yeah.
really do enough. Like,
I just like I
the
know
only
they showed
noticeable
it.
ones are for Iron Man, where
Yeah,
like his
like his
impulsors become fiery.
yeah, and like the pin particle gear where it just like shows red and shrinks them like enemies and such. But yeah, I feel like more of Wakanda. I honestly I feel like it's gonna be really cool because I know they were
They're gonna nail Black Panther's combat and the story. We know they
yes,
will.
yeah, because like I mean Avengers has always been good. Like Square Enix is really good with story. Like Hawkeye and Kate Bishop's storyline was great. It
I
wasn't.
love the plot threads, but like they're still struggling with once again end game content. We don't even know if any of it will be good, and mission variety.
Yeah, mission variety is probably the biggest thing that they have a problem with. I just wish there would be like look at the Guardians game for example. We've gotten one trailer and I can already see more enemy types in that trailer than in the whole Avengers game.
The enemy types actually look a whole lot more interesting too.
Yeah.
Like Jelly Cube, like come on, that murdering Jelly Cubes.
Yeah, it's just it seems so fun.
Hmm. And like things with mission variety, I do have hopes that War for Wakanda will include that because like the previous DLCs didn't. Like wasn't like majority of the missions in Future Imperfect were just go to this place, kill enemies, go to this place, kill
Yeah.
more enemies.
But
Like
when you actually yeah.
after the My Life as a Weapon one, which actually had a cool objective of defusing the bombs, which was much more interesting than the previous like objectives we've had. Then boom, we just kill enemies, kill more enemies. Then you kill Maestro, well, defeat Maestro. Then boom, it's over.
Yeah, it's just it really sucks because when you actually get to those cutscenes, they're really good. But
Yes, like I
just I just wish they would apply more gameplay and such to missions. I feel like they
Mhm.
could bust it out of the field when it comes to that.
And like we know they can.
Yeah,
One thing we do. Mind if I go into some data mines here?
that's fun.
It's like, of course, I'm all this stuff has been like from Miller for ages, but like, uh, one of the one of the War for Wakanda missions, one of the earlier ones is a Caves mission where we go through, like, it's when we first enter Wakanda, and we go through like the Black Panther cave, and like we go through like we have to avoid Wakandan traps. Like that's a
That's
much cooler
very
concept than anything I've heard from future anything we've seen in the previous DLCs.
yeah. It's just I hope for War of Wakanda we just get different missions and
Hmm.
like I'm fine with the missions that they're giving us, like if they give us a couple of them, I'm not gonna mind it. But it's just when we get like 4 or 5, and that's the whole DLC story we get. It's like okay, well, we play 5 missions, we get a boss fight, end of game. It's just kind of sucks. I just wish
Hmm.
they would give us a little bit more missions, a little bit more story, and just yeah,
And like
just show more.
And I have a bit of speculation that War for Wakanda will be much longer than the previous ones.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, because
I,
it's an expansion. I think yeah, they called it an expansion and not a DLC. Like it's a
Mhm.
DLC, but they called like Kate Bishop's and Hawkeye's like
Operations.
yeah. It's so I it's gonna be nice to see a longer story and
Hmm.
character, and then you have a character that comes with it, and you have a whole new area that looks great. It's like Wakanda looks insane in
Yeah,
this.
it looks so much better than any other region.
Yeah, it's just it kind of sucks too because we didn't get anything about Spider-Man. But honestly, like they kind of cut, in my opinion, they cut Spider-Man out of the field when I heard it's going to be PlayStation only. That kind of just ruins it for the whole player
Yeah,
base.
that's what makes me happy that we're not really hearing anything about it because I kind of don't care about it
Yeah,
anymore.
because like you have Spider-Man fans who play PC or Xbox and they can't play that character because you have to
Yeah.
buy a PlayStation. Like it kind of sucks for those players. Like, yeah, Spider-Man's gonna be sick when he comes out. Yeah, I don't doubt he'll be fun, but those other player bases don't even get a chance to use him.
Hmm.
They have to either watch gameplay or they have to buy a PlayStation in order to play that game or that character.
And I blame that on Square Enix. That Sony obviously like tempted them money, and Square Enix didn't even jump.
Yeah, they could put that. Honestly, I would be fine if they took that deal if they would put that money towards making the game actually like better. Which I can
Yeah.
see they're doing that with War of Wakanda. That's like the first step in them actually trying to make the
Hmm.
game cool and really fun.
Like I hope War for Wakanda is like 9 to 10, like the overall expansion, like everything added, multiplayer, single player, all of it is about 9 to 10 hours.
I just hope it's fun with new
Hmm.
missions, and the character is I hope is really fun, and yeah.
Because it sounds like the final mission for War for Wakanda is going to be pretty much an Omega level threat in a story mode.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun, but I hope they use Claw really good too. I just hope he isn't some side character that does absolutely nothing and then appears once as a boss fight and he's just gone. Hope they
And like
imply him.
luckily the reason why I think that is because it sounds like the villain sector for Claw, like, because like Omega level threats end in a massive boss fight that is leagues more dangerous than a normal villain sector. Like Claw will have a villain sector, but I think what will make it the Omega level threat different is that that's when he becomes the living sound.
Yeah, it's just I hope they apply him to the story.
Mhm.
I hope they do that. It'll just make the character seem so much more interesting and yeah, but it's
Yeah,
good that we're getting an August. We got a confirmation for an August release date, which is really nice because that's only like a couple months away. So
yeah, but I still think they're gonna delay it to September 4th. There's no way they're not.
honestly, if they do, I'll that's fine with them taking that time. I just hope again it meets the content expectations
Hmm.
and I've always been fine with companies delaying games just as long as if we get as we promise from the company. So.
Yeah. I just we'll see how War for Wakanda goes. If I'm really hoping it is good because it needs to. It is the deciding factor in the fate of this game.
It is, yeah. It's the end at this point. It's
It's
just
like
prove
if
it.
it fails, they're just gonna finish all the other content they're working on, but at a much lower effort, and then just go away. Like
Yeah, it's gonna suck, but
there's only like three things we know that they're working on right now. That's post War for Wakanda is She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, and Ultron. But then, if War for Wakanda fails, they're gonna just drop those and leave.
yeah, they're gone after that, man. There's
Hmm.
just because I know I don't have any doubt that they have a plan for a second half of the campaign. I'm assuming they're gonna do that because I mean, as we've seen, MODOK is clearly still alive, so I don't know if they're
Well,
gonna do him with the DLC, like an expansion like War of Wakanda or second half of
well,
campaign or
we know they're doing a MODOK. We know that at one point they were working on a MODOK clone villain sector.
yeah, it'll be
Like
pretty
probably
interesting.
we're probably gonna because once War for Wakanda is over and like the teams are rearranged, we're gonna have to get some pretty quick content before the next update, which will probably be 3 to 4 months. So they're probably gonna get like the stuff that they've been working on for a while out, like the MODOK villain sector and Ultron, because we know Ultron's still they've been working on them.
Yeah, they've been really. I just again hope that they meet the expectations for these
I
DLCs.
did too, because Future Imperfect and Taking Him. I'm gonna be honest, like the story they fit my expectations. The heroes they fit my expectations.
Yeah,
But they still had the same problems the game did at launch besides bugs. They still lack
it was just
cool bosses and
yeah, it's just like Mestro is like it surprised me when I beat a mission and then oh, boss fight with Mestro. It's like okay, well that was quick. And then you have Hawkeye is the one who takes him out. Like it was them. It's like I mean, did he not kill all the Avengers? How did Hawkeye out of all the people take him out with an arrow?
well, it was a gamma arrow, so it sort of
Well,
like
yeah.
stunned him. But yeah, well, technically, well, actually, we don't know if Maestro actually killed the other Avengers. I
Well,
don't know
he
if he
had
ever
like
said he did. Did he?
I know that. Well, I mean, I think he did at least. Or just, I mean, he had his gear, all their gear. So I
But
mean,
there was just like a massive fallout, nuclear bombs over a Kree invasion. No doubt, some of the Avengers died from the Kree.
yeah. So it's just I don't know. Out of everything, I just it's kind of because in the comics he's like absurdly powerful. Like he's
Yes, he's
insane, and
he.
like it's just out of every a single gamma arrow took out Mestra. It's like that fight kind of just seemed boring to me. So
Mhm. He sort of felt like Abomination.
yeah. So it's just. I mean, it was a cool start. It was a cool operation. I had fun with it, but yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, we'll just see. If we're for Conda, I really have hopes it'll be good. We'll see how it goes. We're probably gonna get a War Table deep dive or something like that
yeah, some
next month.
gameplay and stuff. Yeah.
And like this month, in a week from this time we're recording this, we're getting the Cosmic Cube.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 7 days until that happens.
And a part of the it sounds like over the course of the battle, the arena like just becomes reality warped. Because in one of the clips we saw, there's just this like bunch of Monica like clones running around with like surrounding like sort of like protecting the main one with the cosmic cube.
Yeah, it's just it seems pretty. It seems pretty interesting. I mean, it's something new content. It'll be fun,
Hmm.
but yeah, it'll be interesting.
And then we got Wasteland Patrol, which eh.
Yeah, just simple. It's just. Oh, are we in business?
Yep, Craig is working again.
Okay.
And now to finish to now where we are. Yeah, we'll just see. These next few months will pretty much be the deciding fate of Marvel's Avengers, and I hope it doesn't become Anthem. But yeah, we should stop talking about it.
Yeah.
And Craig, don't die again, please.
Let's see.
Now to the next part. Nintendo's E3, which was just a few hours ago.
Yeah, I watched that whole thing. Uh, it was interesting. I would say the big thing was Smash character reveal,
Yeah, Tekken.
and
He's from Tekken.
yeah,
Kaizuya. Kaizuya.
yeah, and you have uh Legends of Zelda sequel
Yeah,
dropping.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild with Legends of Zelda. Whoops, wrong game.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, Breath of the Wild sequel. So that will be very intriguing to see that happen. And
Yeah.
I know they revealed a little bit of gameplay, or not really gameplay, but some visuals and shows what's going to be shown. A little bit of that. So
Hmm.
I know that's set to 2022 release date. So that's going to be cool.
Yeah. And we're getting a Metroid 5 before Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid 5 honestly looks very good in my opinion. You have the first. It's the first 2D Metroid in like 2 decades. That's crazy to see that come back.
Yeah.
And
I think it'll be cool.
yeah, I'll definitely be intriguing to see how that plays out. But yeah,
Hmm.
I have no doubt that's going to be a bad game because Metro is just fun in general. So
And like yeah, Breath of the Wild 2, that goes into this to the sky.
yeah, that's going to be it's going to be a great game. I don't see it being bad.
And really, the only other announcement was new Mario Party and WarioWare.
Yeah, the new WarioWare looks very interesting. I mean, it's WarioWare, so I mean,
Can't go wrong with WarioWare.
at all you cannot. And then what was it? New Mario Party that got shown? Yeah, it was uh very interesting. I mean, Mario Party's always fun with people, so it'll be interesting to see how they do this Mario Party. And then you have I know people were really hoping for Mario Kart 9 to get revealed, but I don't even know if they're working on a Mario Kart 9, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And if we were to, I honestly, here's the thing: is that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold crazy good,
Yeah, it has.
and like, I get like why like a sequel like it, but they don't need to make a sequel. It's already making bank. Like, if one of the first games people buy with a Switch is Mario Kart,
Yeah.
and sort of just making another game on the same platform takes away from that, but also just isn't just a good move to me. I don't think that's smart.
Yeah, it'll be I know they have some they said in the stream that they have games that they haven't showed yet that people should be really excited for them to reveal in the future. But
Yeah.
so I have no doubt that Mario Kart 9 is in the works. I probably bet that it is, but it's probably
Mm-hmm.
like in early development, so they probably don't really have any gameplay to put together to
Yeah.
show the audience. So yeah, they have probably a bunch of games in works that people would be really hyped for. But
Yeah.
yeah, let's see.
That's literally everything at E3.
Nice. Yeah, that was this
Mm-hmm.
E3 wasn't. I know some people disliked it, but I mean, I found it pretty
Well, it was better
interesting.
than last year's. We didn't get anything from it because it didn't exist.
Oh, it's true. I know. What was it? Uh, oh, that's right. We're getting Back for Blood. I know that got shown too. Back for Blood's very looks kind of cool.
Jurassic Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Oh, that's right. That is gonna be a thing. Those just seem. I don't know. They'll probably end up being very interesting to see.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to be everything that Jurassic World Evolution, like all of it and its DLCs, with
Oh,
like the Mosasaurus, like underwater creatures added.
oh, cool. Nice.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get Jurassic World Evolution 2, but like Jurassic World Evolution, but I know like I just seeing like just thinking about the ability of building a park and then just releasing a T-Rex on all the people you have there. Like get rid of the shelter where they could go in and hide, and then just watch them just watch the dinosaurs just trample all over the people. Fun.
Yeah, it seems it's gonna be really cool games coming out in the next couple
It,
months.
yeah, they said 2021.
No, nice. Yeah, they're
Mhm.
gonna have some really cool games coming out here. It kind of sucks
Mhm.
because we didn't get any, or at least I really care about this. We didn't get any Overwatch 2 news, which greatly depresses me. But I mean, I have to wait till 2021's BlizzCon to see
Mhm.
that in February. So people are excited for that. You have to wait till this in February. So
Mhm. I don't know how we end these.
no, neither. I don't know. Uh, do we just kick Craig out?
Well, I know how to end it, but like, how do we say like, this is the end of the
Oh,
podcast?
oh. I don't know. Um, I do not know.
Hmm.
Words.
I think if this succeeds, because this is really just a test, like, and like all that. But like, if it does well, I think it'll be fun to do another one. Like, I've had ideas for
Yeah,
other ones.
we can just yeah, we can just try out. This was mostly just E3 stuff, so I mean, we can probably when there's news about other things, we can such come back and talk about the
Yeah.
news that was revealed as for different games and stuff. So
And maybe get the Avengers clan to come do one of these.
yeah, true.
Like seriously, during the during the Square Enix presentation, I was invited. I was the event. All the Avengers clan. They all came together, and we all watched the live stream. Like it was
Uh,
10 people. It was chaos.
very nice.
Having like ever like those people and like just us and like all those for like when have an argument about War for Wakanda. That'll be something else.
Yeah, I just it's gonna be great.
Hmm. When the time comes, we'll this hopefully we'll be back
Yeah.
if Craig doesn't die again.
Nope, nope.
Well, see you all around.
Good day.
Okay, now let me quickly see the again for how to. Craig, tell me how do I command you? Um,
God dang it. Do
Craig,
something.
Craig, leave. Okay, it's simple. Okay, here we go.